Hi folks, welcome. Kid Coach Cheese Outdoors. Going to mail out a bunch of hats here to the old con. I couldn't even pronounce the name on that one. But he's one of our men in the army there, so he's got one's going down to Virginia, and Craig, West Islip, inbound, pal, a couple minutes. Alright, today's episode, who the hell knows what we're going to do? It's just going to be basically, I just want to show you a couple of things. I was out in the ocean a couple weeks back with Captain Roy. We did some bottom fishing, and I just want to show you how fish react to sound. How these fish use their lateral lines to target fish even when they don't even see them, alright? This is what's going to be. A couple other things. Got shout outs. In case they made them all. Here we go. Oh, that's an elephant gun, for those of you who don't know, alright? That's our guy Scott up in Keene, New York. That's where we'll be going this weekend to hopefully harvest a couple of deer. And that was him letting us shoot his elephant gun, which weighs about 800 pounds and shoots a bullet. I'll show you how big the bullet is right now. That's how big the bullet is, alright? It's basically like the big top water plug. That's how big that thing is. I will never hunt an elephant, and if an elephant charges me, that would be a good day for me, because I don't think I can get that gun up to my shoulder and put a good shot on an elephant. That's not important right now. But that was elephant gun shooting. I just thought I'd throw it in there because I had the footage. Huh? Basically what we're doing out there, we're out there sea bass fishing. You know the deal. High lows. We're doing high lows. Bucktail on the bottom. Number 3 hook on the top, or maybe a gulp, whatever on top. So basically what I'm doing is I initially dropped down a peanut bunker, which is fairly large. As it went down the water column, the peanut bunker fouled onto the rig, so it was totally alright? That's not important. The camera was still working. Again, we were fishing 80 feet. I brought it up halfway in the water column. So the fish are on the bottom, obviously. They're staying out of the current. That's where they feed. Porgy Seabass, they feed on for the most part, they feed on crustaceans, small fish at the bottom, alright? So what's happening right now is that bunker is not a happy camper. He's basically reading the dinner bell. Now you can see his body is shaking. That's not common. There's 2 reasons fish will move very fast. That's either chasing prey or being chased. Those are 2 usually things. Fish don't usually arbitrarily just go Mach 2 through the water column, just screwing around and having fun. Alright, it's not a porpoise. A porpoise is a mammal, alright? But we're talking about fish right now. So fish will, when they start doing this stuff, it's a problem. It's basically ringing the dinner bell, because that's not a very common thing down the water column. So basically, this that fish right now is panicking. It's vibrating in the water. It's sending vibration through the water. And what's happening is these fish now feel a vibration. They hear the vibration, and they start working their way up to the source of that sound. So what's happening? They're walking their way up the column, and they see our target here, and they're looking at the math, and the math isn't good. All right. It's a small porgy's mouth against a big peanut bunker. Again, if it was a porgy with the mouth of Mick Jagger, maybe we'd be able to inhale that thing. But these porgies come up, look at it, look at the offering, see what all the commotion's about, and they realize we can't eat this thing, so they go elsewhere. A couple of fish or the sea bass go and give it a couple of taps, just saying hello, but still they can't even close the deal either. They can't swallow that bait's too big. If there was a bigger fish, yeah, maybe that would have happened, like a bass or anything like that would have taken it, but the presentation was a mess. It was the camera wrapped around everything, so it wasn't exactly something that striped bass would come up and say hello to, alright? But I was just trying to show you, though, that when we brought that bait up into the column, halfway in the water column, that these fish now came from the bottom, and they worked their way all the way up to the source of that sound. And if it was something smaller, they would have eaten it. All right. The other thing too is, as it came all the way up the column, then the mackerel now are responding to it, and the mackerel comes say hello to it. Again, the math isn't right. No Mick Jagger mouth. They can't take the bait. So the bait comes up. Believe it or not, we set that bait free because I had a tough day down there. I was getting mocked by a bunch of porgy, seabass, and mackerel. All right. So that's how it works. Fish don't necessarily have to see their prey. They usually hear their prey. They feel a vibration. Then they go for the attack. The sight is for more of a close combat, closing the deal type of stuff. So keep that in mind. Let me throw a couple. Now, you know what I'm doing? Let's jump to a shout out right now. This right here is Christine from Old Lyme, Connecticut right there. She said, hey kid, love the videos, show the love. Pick any picture you like. So I said, hey, the heck with it. I can make those decisions. I'm not like the grandkids from Title Tales. So I don't make decisions very well when it comes to that stuff. So I picked all three. However, I do dig the one in the middle where she's got the retro Jaws shirt on and she's rocking the red, white, and blue on that hat. All right. She obviously stands at the national anthem. All right, so we're out in the middle of the ocean. Chubby Kid's got one on. Remind you, we're sea bass fishing and fluke fishing. All right. I hook up. Roy thinks we got it going on. Next time he walks over with a net, I'm not even sure if he's trying to net the human cannibal or he thinks I have a 500-pound halibut on there. But when he sees what he thought would be coming up the water column is to keep a sea bass, he has a net. It's ludicrous, all right? So, what am I thinking? My point is, the net's too big. Bob Granado from Yonkers scared the beanbags at me. I got like a big padded envelope coming into the P.O. box. I'm thinking I'm getting this from some law firm. I'm thinking I'm getting a little suit here. But it's not. It's one of the con. Que se dice? Bob from Yonkers. All right, babe. Your hat's in bound with your con stickers. Got me a little nervous there. Got to admit, I was like, what the hell's going on here? Little FedEx. Make it happen, Captain. All right? Shake it easy. Take care of everybody. Brush your hair. You guys interested in con hats, con stickers, go below. That's all I'll say about that, all right?
Salud.
Porgy Seabass, that man right there is the king of Macari. You just seen all the videos right there.
By the way.
What?
I'm gonna cook.
You have some nerve,
I'm
pal.
cooking pigs from now on.
That's not. It's all
I'm
about
a
the
pig
wine.
monster.
The finest vineyard on Long Island, if not the world. If you guys look at the math right now, Kiko Chisantos, if you look at the math, that man right there,
He's good.
18 in the world right now. Go to Macari, take a peek.